An annual fundraiser will put people's puzzle-solving skills to the test as they work to escape a holiday monster.
Hello, Wisconsin's Ellie Pomerleau is at the Schlegel Milk House this morning to find out more about the Krampus escape room. Good morning, Ellie.
Good morning, guys. That's right. I am in the basement of the house this morning where since 2016's Tactical Escapes 101 and the Chippewa Valley Museum have partnered to put on an escape room as a fundraiser for the museum, and they have a fun one in store this year. It is a Krampus theme. Joining me this morning to tell me more is Jennifer von Farga. Good morning.
How are you?
I am good, thank you. Well, tell me a little bit about this Krampus theme. What inspired it?
In going to a convention called Transworld in St. Louis, we started to get into what Halloween and the haunt industry embrace, and Krampus was one of those. Eventually we'll get to see our version of Krampus, and we just really embraced that as fun folklore, but also a little bit on the horror side.
That is great. So as we can see, for people who don't know the story, he's basically a holiday-themed monster. It kind of revolves around the holiday season. We have snowmans over there to start off. What is the mission for this escape room?
The mission is to dispel Krampus. Unfortunately, as a child, the grandma ran into his name tag, bell/token on his belt, and he lost it. She picked it up, and unfortunately has hid it in the house. We have to find it and do something specific with it as we get rid of our holiday greed.
Oh no, we better find that because he's a pretty scary looking monster, as we might see later. So what are some things people are going to want to keep in mind when it comes to doing this escape room?
This escape room is particularly large. You're going to need a little bigger team. Teams of 2 we highly discourage. After a whole lot of beta testing, we've decided that the best number is 6, and we'll take up to 16 for this puzzle. We're asking that groups reserve ahead of time. As we come into the basement, there are some areas like behind us that are shrouded in black. Black means out of bounds. Those are the natural things that occur here in the house that aren't necessarily part of the puzzle, and we want to keep everybody safe first and foremost. Then there are some white shrouded areas. Those are discovery areas.
Wow. And then on top of that, you guys have some new things going on for the escape room this year. What are some new things people are going to notice if they've done it in the past?
We, on this adventure, are going to have 2 game masters instead of 1. So each room will start separately, and each group will have their own game master for the beginning of the adventure. Once they get together, they can proceed through the basement and find the token.
That is great. And the groups will also start separately, is that true?
That is correct.
Wow, so they'll have to find their way to each other on top of all the mysterious things going on.
Absolutely. When we first previewed the house, I thought there was no way we could ever have a safe escape room in a basement. Come to behold that the basement has 3 exits. So the fire department said yes.
That is great, and it is a very neat spot, as we see as we'll bounce around to the different rooms throughout the morning. Well, thank you for joining me this morning and giving me a rundown on the escape room. If you are interested in trying to escape Krampus yourself, you can do so starting this Saturday. The escape room is going to run through October 29th, so lots of time to come and enjoy it once or come and do it again as well. Minimum of 4 people at least is recommended, and it is a more scary one, so ages 12 and up is recommended as well. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ellie.
16 people?
16! You got to find 16
many.
people. Got to round them up so you can catch Krampus and get out of that basement.
I don't know if there's 16 people out there that like me, so.
'Tis the season of ghosts, mummies, and Krampus.
Yeah, hello, Wisconsin's Ellie Pomerleau is at Schlegel Milk House this morning to find out more about an annual fundraiser where people must escape a holiday monster. Good morning, Ellie.
Good morning, guys. That's right. I'm in the basement of the house this morning. As you can see, it's very dark and spooky in here because this is where the Chippewa Valley Museum and Tactical Escape 101 host their annual fundraiser where they put an escape room on in the basement. And this year, the theme is Krampus. Joining me this morning to tell me about this escape room and the fundraiser is Dustin Dubuque. Good morning, Dustin.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. I'm really feeling the Halloween spirit.
I was just going to say, we're down in the basement.
We're down in the basement.
Yeah.
We mentioned we're like, it smells like basement down here.
Does.
There's all sorts of creepy stuff. So it's been a good morning so far. But tell me a little bit about this house in general. Why do you guys decide to to host this fundraiser here every year?
Yeah, so the Schlegel-Milch house was built in like 1871 by Hermann Schlegel-Milch, who came over from Prussia, and him and his wife and his 4 kids lived here, and it was in the family until like about the late 40s, and then eventually became the Chippewa Valley Museums in the 70s. And when it comes to house museums, I mean, there's so many great things about them, and the things you get to see and know and learn are great, but at some point it becomes difficult, and especially in the wintertime in, you know, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So this is a great way of partnering to try to do something different in a historic house.
For sure, and it's definitely a good setting for it. It has that creepy
Perfect,
basement energy. It's great. And this is a fundraiser you guys have been doing for years. What is the money that you get from this fundraiser used for at the museum?
So yeah, it just goes into operations for the museum just to keep us to be able to preserve the history and just keep doing what we do, and especially to get the house more visible and used more. That's what we like the best about it. This Schlegel-Milch house is just a great place, and people have a general misconception about just what museums do, and I think this is different. That's why it's really fun for us. So not only is it the money, but it's also the exposure. Working with Tactical Escape is absolutely spectacular. So it's a really good partnership to do something that I think people wouldn't expect the Chippewa Valley Museum to be a part of, which is maybe my favorite part about it.
For sure, and even in just the past few years here, the fundraiser has gotten you guys close to $25,000,
Yeah.
which is a lot of money, which is great. How would you say those donations from the fundraiser has helped the museum grow and this experience grow as well?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, over the last year, the Chippewa Valley Museum has merged with the Wisconsin Logging Museum. I mean, so now we're even a bigger facility when it comes to what we do and who we are. And just having this expansion over here and Tactical Escape doing more and more cool things here and going all the way into the holiday season pretty much throughout the end of the year, it just grows our footprint in Eau Claire and what we do and what we're trying to bring to the community and just all those great things, really. That's what we're really excited about.
For sure, and the escape rooms definitely keep getting more creative. We've seen lots of different things. There's actually 3 different rooms and so many different items. I'm excited to try to see people solve stuff.
I know, it's going to be really cool, and I know I was like looking in here a little bit, so do you want to see a clue? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
did
think
you
I
find
found
one?
one.
Okay,
I think
let's
I
do it.
found
Let's
one.
try to uncover it.
All right, I think I saw it under here, and I'm
Okay.
going to see if you can get it, because I think I got it, but it's under this plate.
Okay.
Can you read it
Oh,
for me?
I can. All hail the, and then it's a 5-letter
5 letters, so like,
all hail the queen.
that would make sense,
Okay,
right?
okay, right. Queen, you
Queen,
gotta
yeah.
hail the queen. That's 5 letters. Unlike king. Okay, we have a little lock here.
And it's kind of already started, so you must be close on the hint
I must be
here.
close on the hint?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can. How do I turn this, actually? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh. I opened it. Bells. All right.
All right.
Bell for you. I guess we got to figure out what these mean. I'm not sure. Well, we're going to keep trying to discover what's going on in this room so we can escape Krampus to a holiday monster, and that's going to be the mission of this escape room. Coming up next, I'll have more details on what to expect from the escape room, but it will be kicking off Saturday and going until October 29th, so make sure to get your tickets and help support the Chippewa Valley Museum. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Those escape rooms are always a fun time.
I mean, you know, I never would have been able to turn that thing.
Stand back.
And I'm live in the basement of a historic home to get you details on this year's fundraiser for the Chippewa Valley Museum, an escape room. The theme is Krampus.
Clear.
An annual fundraiser will put people's puzzle-solving skills to the test as they work to escape a holiday monster.
Hello, Wisconsin's Ellie Pomerlew is live again at the Schlegel-Milch house this morning to find out more about the Krampus escape room. Good morning, Ellie.
Good morning, guys. That's right. I'm in the basement of this historic home. I've been through the first room, the second room, and now I'm in the third and final room of this escape room that is being hosted here for a fundraiser for the Chippewa Valley Museum put on by Tactical Escape 101. And the theme this year is Krampus. Joining me this morning to tell me more about this escape room is Jennifer Fonfara. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming out here this morning and showing me the room. It is very creepy, which I have enjoyed. What inspired the theme of Krampus?
We spent some time together as a staff 2 years ago in St. Louis for Transworld, the world's largest haunt show, I would say. And all of my managers fell in love with the story and the beautiful masks that come along with it. So much artisanship down there. And we found the glory in Krampus.
Yeah, and I can see that he's looking over your shoulder there, and he's definitely I don't know if I'd use the word beautiful, but scary looking. good for the theme. What is the mission of the escape room?
The mission of this escape room is to find the token he dropped off his belt when Grandma was a child. She hid it away and has never shown it to anyone. It's up to us to find it and do something specific with it.
Better find that, because I don't want him chasing me around the room all day, so that is great. What are some things people are going to want to keep in mind when they're participating in the escape room?
This escape room is particularly large. The more people, the better. My favorite number is 6 to 12. We are going to take groups up to 16, as little as 4. But again, the more the merrier. This is a non-handicap accessible escape room, and all groups are totally private. So if you make a reservation for 4, you're welcome to bring up to 16. We'll add the extra guest tickets when you get here, but each reservation stands on its own.
For sure. And then there are some new things going on as well. What are those new things people are going to notice?
2 game masters, 2 teams that make up one team eventually work together to get together and then solve the mystery.
Wow, so starting separately, that will be interesting for sure. And then I was actually scoping out this room with Dustin earlier. We found one clue and we wanted to find another, and I found another in the drawer here. Should we take a look?
Oh my gosh, what did you find?
So I opened in here, I got this lock, and I found a gingerbread man, a scary gingerbread man. So I'm kind of gonna see where he ends up going. I did notice earlier at this table there's other gingerbread mans. So I'm wondering if he belongs with his friends over here. All right, so he's got red eyes and a smile. He's looking most like this one, I think. So I'm gonna set him down.
Okay.
Okay, I
kinda
did
fun.
something, so I'm gonna have to figure out where that leads me next. But if you are interested in participating in the fun and getting to do the escape room yourself, it is kicking off this Saturday. We'll run into October 29th. Again, groups of 4 minimum are recommended, but a little bit bigger helps as well, and it will be going on. So good luck trying to beat Krampus. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Ellie. Looks like a lot going on.